When I was 31 years old, I read a book called Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And it was Robert Kiyosaki's book about how he had two dads. And the subtitle is What the Rich Teach Their Kids That the Poor and Middle Class Never Do. And it was such a great book. I tried to figure out, why did 30 million people buy that book? What was the appeal? Well, it compared and contrasted rich people and poor people. He had two dads. His biological father was a poor dad, and his friend's father was his rich dad. And he got advice. He got conflicting advice. And so one Saturday, I was in an inspired state, and I wrote a blog called Good Coach, Bad Coach. Secrets the great coaches know that the others never figure out. And it was the most read blog I think I'd ever written. And it taught me something. There's millions of coaches in the world. I mean millions. A lot of bad coaches. I'm not saying I'm the best coach in the world, but I did have a demonstrated capacity of winning a championship, turning a program around, building it into a dynasty and powerhouse. And then a demonstrated capacity of taking people that I'm coaching out to much higher levels of performance. And so that show is for the leader, the manager, to say, here's what a good coach does, and here's what a bad coach does. And if you want to be a good coach, like I think you want to be, then this show is going to be for you. If you want to transition from a supervisor, manager to a real coach, good coach, bad coach is going to be right up your alley. When I first got the head coaching job, there was a big a concrete wall right down the middle of our locker room that separated the old players and the young players. And the first thing I said is, that wall has got to go. That wall has got to go.